Today we're back with another survival game showcase, and this one is called RTE Worlds. But this isn't any old survival game, this is a survival game built on Unreal Engine 5 with a randomly generated world. Alright, if you're a fan of the survival genre and want to stay up to date with all things survival and open world games, be sure to subscribe and have that bell notification active so you never miss a survival gaming video. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's start with a bit of the backstory of what RTE Worlds is. Now, it is set 50 years after what they are calling the invasion. Aliens, mutants, and surviving human factions have now overrun the world. You wake up in a resistance camp. You got here because you were rescued from an alien transport ship. You're now in Camp Hope. This is the base of operations for the resistance, and you both have the same mission, and that is to take back the planet you're on. So let's move on to the features that make this survival game stand out from some of the others I have covered on this channel. Now, first up is something we've already mentioned, and that is that this game is built on Unreal Engine 5. And as we all know, that not only is that an extremely powerful engine, but it is also an incredibly nice looking one. But one of the main standout features for this game is now I'm doing air quotes here, the randomly generated world, and its randomly generated features within that world. Now, here is how the world is described on the Steam page. Whilst I do mention Steam page, there will be a link to this game on Steam in the description. So explore a randomly generated world set 50 years after the devastation caused by the invasion of an unknown alien species. Reclaim the world by building roads and reshaping the landscape. Team up with other players to build, craft, survive, and explore an infinite world by land, sea, and air. As I mentioned previously, it's not just that the world is randomly generated, the map is also littered with randomly generated dungeons. There are randomly generated dungeons for you to explore. Every time you enter a dungeon, it will have a different configuration. Dungeons will have loot rooms, locked doors, and rare loot not found anywhere else. As well as dungeons, I know this world just keeps on giving. There is also what they're calling unexplored zones. Now, these actually sound very similar to DayZ's toxic zones, as you'll need special masks to enter them, and it comes with the warning, enter at your own risk. So yes, I feel like this feature is definitely going to be similar to DayZ's toxic zones, which, if done well, can be a very good feature within any survival game. There will also be quests and missions for us to tackle from NPCs all over the map, and they range from things like gathering supplies to freeing villagers that will also become your allies. Now, I'm not going to lie, that sounds all super cool. I really like the idea of an ever-changing world and an infinite world, and hopefully it feels somewhat fresh when we're exploring, and I'm sure it will. It sort of reminds me of Minecraft, the fact that it's always going to be different every time you're playing. So yeah, I really like this feature. Hopefully it is pulled off. Now, with such a big world, how are we going to explore it is probably a question you have on your mind straight away. And it looks like there will be plenty of vehicles, both craftable and findable. And these include a submarine for the pretty vast oceans and a form of blimp to travel through the never-ending skies. Both I would not like to be the driver of, I'm just warning you. Now, a little bit on the RPG system, because yes, survival games do tend to have RPG systems nowadays, and this will be based on skill points that you can assign to abilities, skills, or unlock crafting recipes. Using weapons will grant you a weapon proficiency point that will enable you to deal more damage and use a higher tier weapon. You'll be able to loot pages and then later combine those pages you've looted into books that will also give you more experience points. Now, a little bit on the weapon and higher damage, the higher level you are. I don't believe there is PvP in this game, so don't worry about being slaughtered by somebody that's been able to put in a ridiculous amount of hours, whereas you've just been able to play 1 or 2 hours a night. I don't think that's going to happen. So yeah, there is a lot packed into this game, and I haven't covered all of it. There's still a road building system to talk about, as well as base building, a weather and temperature system, as well as a wellness system and a whole bunch more. There doesn't seem to be a release date for this game, and it's being advertised as co-op only. So I don't think it's going to be like DayZ where you can have 40 to, I don't know, 120 players per server. I think it's just going to be you and a group of friends exploring an everlasting world. Also, no release date as of yet. Like I've already mentioned, there is a link to the Steam page in the description, so do go and check it out and maybe wishlist it if you are interested in this game. But yeah, there you have it. If you want to know more about this game, or hopefully some gameplay if I can get my hands on some, or even when it comes out, then let me know in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a like, or if you didn't, a dislike is also fine. Helps me understand what you are interested in. But yes, with that being said, I hope to see you in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.